Hey everybody, today's video I want to go over the land of gutter guard. My dad always said, the best gutter guard is no gutters. If you want to keep stuff out of your gutters 100% of the time, I hate to say it, but all of this is not going to do it 100% of the time. The best gutter guard is no gutters. Okay, that's impractical. So we have our gutters, rain comes off, gets in your gutters, goes down your downspouts. But of course, everyone has trees and everything else around their house. So we're gonna get it packed with leaves and everything else over the years. How do we keep that out without having you go up on a ladder or having help you on a roof to get hurt? What I wanna do is I wanna go over the different kinds of gutter guards there are. So I'll go over some economical choices that you could pretty much find at any big box store. You're gonna get a black mesh like this. It literally just hooks on the edge of the gutter like that, and it goes up underneath your shingles. So your shingles hold this down. It does its job and it's super easy to install. The only problem is, you can see the holes. Everything is getting through that sucker. Everything, and it's gonna get stuck on it. Leaves are gonna get stuck on it, everything is. But it keeps you from going up there 4 times a year. Kind of on that note, if you have no gutter guards, you should really clean your gutters twice a year, if not 3 times. Right now we're in winter, so right when it all thaws out, you're gonna have to get out any leftover gunk from your gutters. So you wanna do it in the spring, you wanna do it in the fall. More than likely you're gonna have to do it twice in the fall. That's why I said 3 times. All right, so back to the gutter guards. Now this one's a little different because this is aluminum. This is kind of a galvanized covering. So this is a little bit more flimsy. You're gonna see tons of different ones with all kinds of different sizes holes. They're fine and dandy, but even something like this, you're still gonna get stuff stuck in there. Just no matter what, it's gonna get stuck in there. Prefaces, you got these waves, things are gonna sit in here, and water's gonna come down and shoot it off. So this can definitely work a little bit better than this. So you have holy kind, you have holy kind with a mesh on the top with even finer holes. Same concept as the other one, slides in, goes underneath the shingles. The only problem with this kind, it's plastic, and I'm not knocking that. In the heat, this expands and contracts, and these things lock in here like no one's business. A couple years after this is installed, and these things are super hard to get in and out. So pretty easy to put on, not so easy to take off down the road. I'm gonna save my best one for last, and that's the one on the end over there. So you have the land of micro mesh. So if you can see here, you got a micro mesh right there, and it is great. The micro meshes are fantastic, excepting for they get clogged pretty easily over time. But these do definitely keep everything out of your roof. In fact, there's been some issues to where the oils from the roof, because when water hits your roof, oils do come off. This doesn't even let the oils through. So micro meshes are great, but they're also gonna just get clogged eventually over time, and everything's gonna go over them. This is actually the one we use. So the reason we like this one is this goes here, sits right on the top, and then this part here goes on onto shingles. But then this also gets zip screwed on here on the front. The other thing we like about this is it comes in 7 different colors. We're not gonna put white on a terratone, we're gonna put a terratone on a terratone. Well, the reason we like this one so much is so, hey Cav, you said you don't like holes or holes takes in stuff. Well, if you kind of look along the side, these holes are actually faced out. They're not really faced up, and they're definitely not faced back. So the premise behind this one is you have water comes down, hits the aluminum, so the leaves and stuff don't get caught on this. You have a little rib here to slow it down. Then you have the holes to help push everything off and let all the water through. We've been actually using this one for about 9 years now, and we've actually had no callbacks on it. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about me not having a headache, because if I don't have a headache, you don't have a headache. We like no headaches, so I'll touch on this a little bit more later too. Now, you want the easiest one that you could go buy and you could install, or you could hire someone to install. It's the sponges. Sponges sit in like this. Okay. Well, look at that. That's installed. No zipping, no nothing. And it's really not gonna go anywhere. Now, sponges are good for about a year or so. These are chemically enhanced to deteriorate any leaves and stuff like that in there. That's literally the tagline they tell you. There's a chemical in here that once the leaves sit on there, they will interact with the chemical that's in here, and then they will disintegrate and go away. Well, eventually that chemical is going to wear out. So these are good. They're going to be very, very short term. You're going to have to replace them because once the sponge gets all filled with stuff, you're not going to be able to clean it. I would much rather see you go to something very economical at a store. It's so much better than this one, because I don't care if you have to replace this one after a few years. It's a lot better than this. These are science experiments. When you take these out of a gutter, it's like it's a filter for a freshwater fish tank. It's gooey and smelly, and it's just fantastic. So my favorite one. Kidding. Right now I have 14 gutter guard choices for you in the south suburban area of Chicago. That's 14 choices. That's way too many. So once again, we like to do this one. Gives you 7 choices of colors. Leaf Guard Leaf Filter, the all-in-one solution. Leaf Guard Leaf Filter, and forgive me if I'm butchering the name, I apologize for that, is an all-in-one system. So it's the gutter and the top. These do a very, very good job of keeping everything out of your gutter. Everything. Because if a medium to heavy rain hits this puppy, it is going straight off of it. It's not gonna go around. Gravity's not gonna grab it and go into your gutter. So yes, you will not have leaves in this one. You know what you get in these though? You get this in all of the gutter guards, even my favorite one that we like to install. I can't keep a bird from installing a nest in your gutter. They can find a way in. I don't care if we take even my favorite one, we come to an end cap, and you're gonna have a little void here possibly. Even if we bend that down, screw that in, if a bird wants to get in there and do a nest, it's gonna do it. I can't stop that from happening. All right, so the reason I went off down that tangent, lots of birds nests, because there's an easier way to get, that opening might be really like that big. Birds will get a nest in here, bees and wasps will put a nest in here. These are by far the most expensive thing I've shown you here, hands down. You have to take a loan out to get this installed. And that might be fine for you. We come across these lots, and I'll be honest, we've never taken one of these off and replaced them with a traditional gutter system. Maybe that's because the homeowner spent so much money on them that they didn't want to throw that money away. But every time I do see a homeowner with these, I do ask them how do they like them, and they said, they're okay. They always say they're okay. One thing to bring up on all gutter guards. Right now it's February 2022. We have about 8 inches of snow on the ground. You install a gutter guard on your gutter, you are keeping the snow from getting into your gutter quicker. So the snow and the ice is gonna come over here first, trickle down into here, but what you're gonna have is you're gonna form ice over your gutter faster than if you had no gutter guard, because this is keeping it from forming in there. But one thing we do have to let people know, any kind of gutter guard you use, it's gonna form ice faster in the wintertime over there. Good news is, it's gonna melt the ice faster. So you'll have ice forming right away, and you'll have ice melting faster than you will on a non-gutter guard gutter. I don't care which one you use, it just happens. So we always try and let people know that up front. So if I had to kind of just give you an overview of the gutter guards that you can buy at like big box stores, you can definitely find a black mesh. You can definitely find a micro mesh. This will probably be your most expensive one. You can definitely find a sponge, and you can definitely find this one with the holes with the micro screen. It's just plastic though, so I'm not gonna say micro mesh. So that's your big box store. From your contractors, you're gonna get just a wide assortment of drop-ins. Look how closely those are together, but they're different. You have ours choice. This is not every contractor. You actually have to call the company direct, and then they send you out a contractor. So that is really it as far as gutter guards go. Another choice, depending on your treatment level around your house, is just go bigger gutters and bigger downspouts. Now this only comes in 6 colors, and you can see the difference. They're big, and I mean, they're big. So I think that really wraps up our gutter guards. Once again, don't do it yourself. Call a professional that has insurance. You know, you could get these handymen now. Just make sure you see their insurance forms. That way you're protected if they take a header off of a ladder. So if there's anything we could help you with, from gutter guards, of course, new gutters, soffit fascia, doors, windows, decks, roofs, of course, siding, of course, visit our website at www.stansroofingandsiding.com and give us a call. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Man, I just rambled the whole time.